What's up? This is a podcast.
This is a video podcast, baby.
Wow. Okay.
Hi,
so
Mom.
wait. After taking a week off,
I love you, Edie.
I'm gonna edit that shit out, man.
Edit. You said shit.
Right?
You say shit.
I can't believe you said that.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
That was a joke.
All right. So after taking a week off because we had stuff going on last week.
Last week was a busy week.
Last week was a busy week,
Busy week.
and we really didn't have time to. So here we are with our first ever video podcast.
And we figured we'd come back with a bang.
Come back with a bang.
Fans.
This is our bang right here.
Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take
do you want
these.
this one or do you want that one?
Nah, I like the big one.
You like-
We're gonna take these pumpkins, and there's some people downstairs, and we're gonna throw them at those bastards.
Actually, no. We're gonna carve them. We're gonna carve them.
Out.
Dude, okay. You said last year. That you hated doing it.
Hey, no, I didn't say that. Or did I? I don't think I would have said that. Now, first things first, I just want to take time out to draw attention to this awesome shirt. Just let them see your shirt. You're going to stick your chest out. You see what that
You see what this is? This
We're poison
awesome.
to you, Spider-Man. That's what we call ourselves, Venom. And I got some good stuff of my own. See, this is Moscato. This is Moscato. We got pumpkin beer in the fridge. Y'all missed it last week. We should have done podcasts at the party.
Yeah, well,
Can you imagine drunk Justin doing podcasts?
Dude, drunk Justin would have probably been crawling on the floor, been like, hey.
Oh, I didn't tell you, but Gilbert texted me. Apparently, I got a belly rub.
Dude, from who?
From the girl.
A belly rub?
Yeah, apparently she gave me a belly rub.
I don't remember that. Why don't I remember that?
I don't know.
Well, anyway, last week was a busy week.
We
had our first ever big party here, right?
Big party, yeah.
And then
Which it got good reviews, but everyone keeps saying we're too far out.
No comment at this time. Anyway, so we did that, and then heck, you had a busier week this week than I did. You went all the way up there to have your thesis
Defended. You are looking at a master's graduate.
Would you like to enlighten those who don't know what exactly you did?
Well, long story short, I'm in grad school and I have a master's degree. I was working on a master's degree in ancient classical history, Greece, Rome. Got a real thing going for ancient Sparta. Love ancient Sparta. Love women. So I figured, why not write a thesis about ancient Sparta and women?
Oh.
So I wrote about Spartan women. It went off very well. I mean, I'll tell you what it's all about, my whole argument and everything, but I don't know, maybe a little over the top for our podcast listeners. If you really want to know, hit me up on Facebook. Check me out on Twitter.
You don't have a Twitter account yet.
Well,
you do?
No, but you totally.
I was about to say, if you have a Twitter account,
style.
If you have a Twitter account, actually no.
Would you follow me?
I would.
You have a Twitter account.
I have a Twitter account.
Hey, I have a question.
What's up?
Is it possible for us to make a pumpkin pie out of the shit? I'm sorry, out of the stuff that's inside the pumpkin.
I don't know, and if anybody does know, they should let us know, because you would probably eat that.
I would eat a pumpkin. Yo, I love pumpkin pies. Pumpkin pies are like sexual relations.
Dude, how is a pumpkin pie like sexual relation? Make sure you do it at an angle too, because you don't want to do it
angle. Hey,
straight and down, man.
What?
Don't hurt yourself, all right?
Hey, who's milking this cow, Nicholas?
Oh, we're gonna pull out that line. Hey, who's milking this cow?
I had some of the 8th grade girls stop me today, right? And they were asking me about my love life, and they're like, "Mr. Jermaine, but you have to be honest with women." And I'm thinking to myself, number one, no, I don't. Number two, and more importantly, this is not my first rodeo. I told them that. I said, this is my first rodeo.
Dude, when you said first rodeo, were they like, what? Were you riding a horse?
They just sort of looked at me. I'm like, what's wrong with you women?
Dude. Yeah, but you have to remember, this is from 8th graders.
I know.
It's from 8th graders, man. Well, man, I mean, should we...
let's talk. What are we talking about today on podcast?
Should we touch on football at all? I mean, we haven't talked about
what else are we going to talk about?
Well, we've been talking about our lives here for the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, okay, well, I mean, those are pretty... Actually, man, things are going good. I think, by and large, things are going good for both of us right now.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Listen, if you are single and you are hot, send an email and a phone number and a picture. Send it to me, and I will.
Wait, they gotta send it to you first.
Oh yeah, because Nicholas, I'm looking out for you, bro.
Right? You don't want me hooking up with Miss Frankenstein?
Rosie the Riveter. Hey, although, well, never mind. I ain't gonna say that.
We might scare some people away with your comments.
Yeah. Okay. Great. I think my hole is getting bigger.
I think it is too. Dude, what the hell?
I'm sorry. Look, I'm gonna carve on this side. We're gonna start over here. We're gonna pull it.
For those of you who don't know,
this is only my second time ever to do this.
I was about to say, for those of you who don't know, this is the second time ever carving a pumpkin. Dude, don't hurt yourself,
Give me
man.
a break. I'm not gonna hurt myself. I know what I'm doing.
Dude, yeah. We're going to call up the ambulance here in about 10 minutes and be like, yeah.
Watch this. About to bring it home, baby.
Bring it home! No, you missed it. You missed it by an inch.
Did not miss it. I mean, I did miss it, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to fix it. Right there. Booyah!
Uh-oh. Take top off. Let's see it.
Hey. All right.
You going to learn today.
You about to learn today. Oh, my goodness.
Dude.
Hey. Come on. See? And he thought he was smart. He thought he had this whole thing figured out. He thought he had it figured out like Peyton Manning.
Oh.
Hey,
Speaking of which, you missed out on possibly the greatest Monday night comeback.
They came back on him. That surprised me though. It's San Diego. I mean,
that was fun to watch though.
They find new and interesting ways to get to lose.
To bend over.
I mean, that's the whole. Hey, spot us 24 points and see if we can keep a win. Dude, apparently not.
I tell you what, I was talking to shout out to Zach Green here.
What up, Zach?
Dude, I was talking to him, and at halftime we took a break from the game and played some Halo. And after that game of Halo, we said to each other, we're like, should we watch the second half? I mean, we're sitting there thinking to ourselves, 24-0. There's no way. Right?
But
yeah.
when Norv Turner is calling the plays, there is always hope.
Dude, let me tell you. We watched that, and I was sitting there, and we both were just kind of like, what in the hell is going on?
Listen, I heard something today that you might find fascinating.
About Norv Turner?
About your boy, Tom Brady.
Dude, Tom Brady sucks.
Well, actually, that's really what they were saying.
Don't shave up too much, huh?
No. How's that?
That's perfect. Make sure it fits in there.
Here's what I heard. I heard that
There you go.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Perfect.
Now this is a lot faster than I think I remember than last year.
Right?
I gotta use this one.
Yeah.
I gotta use this. Here's what I heard, Nicholas.
Use this to scoop it out, and actually trash cans here, so.
Well, why don't we put it in a central bowl?
Oh, alright. Anyway, go ahead. You heard about Tom Brady.
Yeah, anyway, interesting fact. Since 2008, I want to say, 2008 was the year he got injured, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had an undefeated season in 2007.
Yeah.
Since 2008, did you know that Tom Brady is 12-12 in games decided by 3 points or less?
Well, that's very interesting because it seems like he's been letting them come. I mean, you take a look at all the big games.
What they're trying to say there is that Tom Brady is not this great clutch quarterback that you think he is.
No, he isn't as good as he was.
It is good as he was. Yeah, 12-12 is still pretty good.
Right.
But, definitely not as good as he was. And, I mean, what can I say? I mean, I think there's probably something to that.
All right, here's a question. Given that, and I know it's an easy answer, but Tom Brady, Hall of Fame?
Well, yeah, he's certainly going to the Hall of Fame.
Just because of the Super Bowl wins?
I don't know because of the Super Bowl win. I mean, his numbers are pretty comparable, too. I mean, look, the guy's good enough to get in the Hall of Fame. He's one of the best of all time, probably on the short list, top 10. Yeah. Top 10 quarterback of all time. I mean, I don't know if I'd go top 5. That's a good discussion we should have one day.
Well, actually, okay, now that we're on the topic of quarterbacks.
But New England's not going to win the Super Bowl. I'm calling it. New England's not going to win the Super Bowl. Because their team's not good enough.
No, not. Okay, then here we go. We're talking about all these teams. Okay, since our last podcast, we've missed that Drew Brees broke the record for most consecutive games.
Who cares?
Overrated record?
Yes.
But okay, here's the thing. If it's an overrated record, then why did people even bring it up in the first place?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because who brought it up? It was the fans. There was a number of counters, and they're nerds, and they're idiots, and they don't think. They're robots. They're clones.
They're like Jim Rohn's
Yes.
listeners.
Yes, they're not like us, Nicholas.
Dude.
They're not our fans either. This is Thinking Man's podcast right here.
Right? Well, okay, Mr. Thinking Man, explain to me what happened Sunday night.
Well, it's really pretty easy to explain.
And for those of you who didn't watch Sunday night, Green Bay got pissed off and pretty much whipped it out, slapped it against Houston.
Normally in this league, the desperate teams win. Normally. This is the NFL. Everyone's really good. There's not that much difference between the Cleveland Browns and the Green Bay Packers. There's not.
Hey, Cleveland's had some close games, but anyway, go ahead.
My point is, all I'm trying to say is, it's the NFL. Everyone's good, and there's not that big a difference between winning and losing,
right?
Between being blown out or keeping it close. There's really not. The Packers are a very good team. They coming into that week, they were as good a 2-3 team as I remember. I mean, they're really dangerous. They have legitimate weapons at offense on wide receiver.
But they still have problems with defense.
They can't run the ball. Their offensive line sucks. Their defense is actually getting better. Their defense has played a lot better this year than it did last year. And they have the best quarterback in the league. Okay? So, I mean, Green Bay was a real threat. Houston came in. They just didn't need the win. They were kind of fat, dumb, and happy.
Well, it was at home, first Sunday night game.
It was at home. They got embarrassed.
Well, like I said on Facebook, you know, they've been on NBC, twice in their existence?
Well, okay, yeah, and look, the Houston Texans, let's be honest, even though they were 5-0, and I still think they're the best team in the league, they're the most complete team in the league, but even with that, there were points in every one of those games where they went into lulls, where you're like, hey, they don't really look as good as we think they should. Right? And again, remember, this is the NFL. It's really hard to dominate people for 4 quarters. I mean, the game has changed so much now, even from the late 90s, early and late 90s, when the Cowboys were playing and dominating, and they had their superstars, right?
There was those games, right, that they had.
Look, the answer to your question, Nichols, is what happened is Green Bay could not drop to 2-4. They knew the spotlight was on them. They're the ones that, frankly, Green Bay could not afford it. That was a must-win for Green Bay, as much as you can have a must-win in Week 5 or Week 6, whatever it was. And it wasn't for Houston. It was a non-conference game. I know it stings. I know it hurts because all the Houston fans want to say, "Hey, we should be counted among the big boys." And here it is. They go play a big boy and they lose, and so all the haters are going to say, "Well, look at you. You had an opportunity to play the big boy and you lost." So it hurts if you're a fan. But the reality of it is, Green Bay is not 16 points better than Houston. Okay,
They were better that night.
Houston is still a better team. I'll say it right now. The Houston Texans are a better team than the Green Bay Packers. They played 10 times. Houston wins 6 of them. 6, maybe 7. On a neutral field.
Wow.
Okay? Yeah. But they just played once. Green Bay showed up. They needed it. Houston didn't. If those two teams meet in the Super Bowl, and I think they probably will, it's going to be a much different story. It'll be a different game. That won't happen again.
It's not going to happen
Now, that being said, again, but you know, Nichols, that might have been the best. Because here's the thing. That loss, if you think about it, helps them. Because if they get into tiebreakers, if they end up 13-3, and let's say the Patriots end up 13-3, and the Patriots, all their losses have been to AFC opponents, which actually it's funny because 2 of the losses have been to NFC opponents. Maybe Houston needs to go ahead and lose to Chicago too. But I mean, the point is, it'll come, one of the tiebreakers, and that's a bad example because they actually played, so that'll be their tiebreaker.
Yeah, because it would. Yeah.
But my point is, it might help in some kind of tiebreaker slide. The fact that they lost out of conference, the game was meaningless. It was a pride thing. So what? Throw pride out the window. Okay?
Hey,
they got exposed.
And come back this
they got
week.
exposed. They know that they need to run the ball more earlier. They know they need more consistency on the offensive line. They know they need to handle those big pressure moments a little bit better. More than anything, they know they got burned in the secondary. They've got to figure out a way to fix that secondary. But look, the Texans are going to be fine. They're still going to be in the AFC Championship. I still like them to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl.
All right. Well, wait. Before we
Can I say one last thing?
Go ahead.
Just one last thing. Look, and if you think about it, how many teams in the league can do what Green Bay did to them? Not many. Let's just say they get to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
If they play the 49ers can't do to them what Green Bay did to them. They don't have the personnel.
They're losing 6-3.
My point is they don't have the personnel. They don't have the offensive personnel to do it. Right? The Atlanta Falcons aren't going to do that. The Atlanta Falcons don't have the offensive personnel to do that. Okay?
Right.
So it's not that big a deal.
Well, we gotta take a quick break. We'll be back in just a minute.
Carving my pumpkin, boy.